Right. Something peculiar has come up in two of my Bibles that I own. One is a very old copy, the Douay Rheims Roman Catholic version, which has got the Old Testament and the New Testament in as well. And I've got a more recent one, the Holy Scriptures. Now, ever since I found these two books, I've been studying like crazy, reading them. I mean, I didn't pay for them because I just found them at random times, stuff like that. And what's peculiar about the Douay Rheims version of the book is got a word in there that shouldn't even belong in there. I'll read a passage. It's Isaiah 40:22. You know it, don't you? Right. Yeah, here it is. Isaiah 40:22. It is he that sitteth upon the globe of the earth, and the inhabitants therefore are as locusts. He stretcheth out the heavens as nothing, spreadeth them out as a tent to dwell in. Now, I don't know if you can say that. As you can see, it's there, but it's got the word globe in it. Now, isn't that interesting? Where they use the word globe instead of circle, which clearly has it in the other one, which I'll read that one out to you. 1 second. Isaiah. Am I pronouncing that right? '22. There it is. There. Right. There is one who dwells above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers. He is stretching out the heavens like a fine gauze, and spreadeth them out like a tent to dwell in. Now, isn't that interesting? How that works? Two different books talk about the globe and how he's sitting above it. We all know who he is. But like I says, I've been studying these two books for the last year and a half, ever since I found them. And ever since I became aware of the Lion and Lamb fiasco. And that sort of stuff. But like I says, it still says wolf, but it also mentions the sheep and the lion both together. In this version, I'll see if I can find it for you. 11.6. There it is. One second, I'll find it. Chapter 11, verse 6. The wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid. The calf and the lion and the sheep shall abide together, and the little child shall lead them. As you can see, it still mentions the lion and the sheep both dwelling together. And I don't know, I've been studying this quite hard, and due to my research I found out that the lion in question is Judah. Judah and the Lamb of God. Yeah. And you can actually look it up on your Google and see if you can see I'm right. Judah is the lion, and it's him that dwells with the kid and the lamb. It's very strange. I know I don't always report on religious stuff because I'm not too sure how the people would react to it, and stuff like that. But like I says, I've been studying these two for quite some time, year and a half now, and Isaiah's 40:22 has recently changed for me. He now dwells above the circle of the earth, not sits down on top of the globe of the earth, whatever. And that is recently changed. It also speaks of the 144,000 who are sealed as well. Both versions, mind you. So there's some truth there. Or is it? I don't know. But like I said, I only know what in these two books. I've been reading them, like I said. As you can see, it's quite a lot to go through. It's about 5,000 pages here of old text, and stuff like that. And the Lord's Prayer has changed as well. It has debtors in it, and we all know it was trespass as well, stuff like that. And that's what's peculiar. Why the change when yet clearly churches and pastors are still reciting trespass against us or sins against us, but it's been a while since I've been in church. But I would say I do believe in a higher power, of course. Religion, no, not as much. And that's all another topic for another video. But why the changes, I wonder? I mean, like I said, I've been studying these two Bibles for the last year and a half, and just recently it has changed for me, especially Isaiah, depending which version of the Bible you have. I mean, my version, one of my versions of the Bible has it as with an S on the end, so it's Isaiah or a silent S, depending where you're from. But I don't know. Don't shoot the messenger here. I'm just reporting what I found here. Like I says, two of the Bibles that I've recently come across within the last year and a half, and I've been reading them ever since. And there's quite a lot of data to go through, to absorb, and that's why I haven't really reported anything on this subject yet, because it's touchy. It can be very touchy, to say the least. So, what do you guys think? Has Bibles changed again within the last week or so? I don't know. But all I know is that verse, Isaiah 40:22, I'm quite familiar with. Because ever since I've seen that astronaut on the NASA's page, where it's got the astronaut sitting on top of the earth, it just sparked me memory, and so I had to check. Sure enough, it's changed. But nevertheless, I'm not too sure what is going on with this Mandela effect. I mean, I have been, like I said, I have been reading these two back to back now. I mean, it's the only two books I've been coming back to. But like I says, that verse I've memorised, that Isaiah's 40:22, quite often, both versions, that is. Well, like I says, the oldest book has a peculiar word in it, globe, which is quite strange in itself, whereas globalus, if you put it in Latin, actually means circulus. I know, it's really weird to have that word in, globe, in the old book, in the old texts. But like I says, could it be a translation error? Who knows? But like I says, I'm just really in some information that I found and what's recently changed for me, which is the ICS 40:22. Here I dwell, there is one who dwells above the earth. That's not quite right to me. Anyway, it should be here I sit above the earth, or there is one who sits above the circle of the earth, depending on which translation you read it through. But like I says, Latin and Hebrew are pretty much the most common languages, yeah, when it comes to the Bible. But like I says, I am no Bible scholar. You know, I am just a personal reader of these two books, and I do believe these two verses have just recently changed for me again. But like I says, how about you guys? I will copy down the 2 verses, put it in the discussion box. You can tell me if it's changed or not. You know what I mean? So, like I say, you can comment, go nuts with it. I'll catch you guys on the next weird one.